Hey everybody, Jacob Godar, founder of GrowCom. I am all about helping you grow your business. In today's topic, we're going to be talking about should you be using subcontractors in your landscaping business. This is a topic that I see a lot of questions on. I see a lot of asking how to do it and this and that and the other. We're not going to get into the weeds of how to do it, but we are going to get into the weeds of why I think it's beneficial, why I think you potentially should do it. Is it a yes or is it a no? To start this off, we're just gonna answer the question of should you use subcontractors in your landscaping business? And the answer is maybe yes and maybe no. And we're gonna go over all that. We're gonna talk about some of the cool things that I love about it and some of the challenges I have about it. First, I wanna say a challenge, something that always gets presented to me that I always see, and that is worrying about quality and worrying about the customer communication if it's not your company actually doing the job. I realize this is a challenge and this is a thing, but there's so many ways around this. So this is one of the few negative things I see, because what I love about subcontractors, the list is much bigger. I get to meet with people. I get to team up with other companies that are reputable. You know what I love? I love finding a 5-star company with a lot of Google reviews that wants more business. And I love sitting down to lunch with that person, buying their lunch, or tomorrow, I've already set one up tomorrow. I'm gonna go meet an irrigation guy. He is, don't know how big his company is. I know it's got great reviews, but he's out in the field himself as the owner. And I'm gonna go straight to his job site, shake his hand, because I wanna meet him. I wanna put boots on the ground, meet him, and learn and find another person that we can together grow our businesses more. And I think that's so powerful that we tie together this web of people where I can then bring so much more value to a client. Everything I do, everything you do if you own a business, or really anything in your life, it should all be about how do I create more value for everybody around me. Now, some of the other things that I love about this, you haven't probably thought about this, I didn't always really think about this, but just like growing a team, it allows you to focus more on selling and the quality of work. If you're managing your own people, it's even more challenging than managing a subcontractor that's already really good at doing what they're doing. So instead of having to necessarily manage, train, get the expectations moved up the ladder of your own team, you can add, and you may have your own team. Like us, we have our own team, but we bring in subs to help us do more and build more. The subs are typically going to be a little more knowledgeable. They're probably a little smaller companies that keep it tight and they're already knowing exactly what they do. And now if I sub that to them, now all I have to do is go and do quality checks, be the face of the job, make sure everything's going right. Just like that, I'm able to focus on selling and growing the company even more. So that's one of the first things that one of the big things that I really, really love about this. What I like on top of that, that's really, really exciting, because you know I'm all about growing a company, is it allows you to scale your company more. We have a situation right now here in Cape Coral, Florida, where we already have a lawn care team, a landscape team. We're looking at adding another kind of mixed team, which is gonna be mainly lighting, but like a little bit of landscaping. And with all this getting added so fast, we're still running out of capacity. We're starting to get to 4 and 5 weeks scheduled out, and that's totally unacceptable to me. I want it to be 2 and 3 weeks out all the time. So now we're able to bring in other landscapers, other people to help us produce more work. So it allows you to scale quicker without having all the assets that need to be acquired, the hiring, all these different things. If I can find other reputable people to work with, I can scale my company faster and potentially do it a little easier, or add to it while I'm upping the capacity of my company and not necessarily having to hire all those people. So there's so many things. It allows you to scale faster without spending so much money. It allows you to focus on the sales. And finally, the most exciting thing about all of it, it allows you to lock in your profits. When you deal with a subcontractor, you should never be beating them down on their prices. I want them to make all the money they want to make. Actually, our paver guy here in the Cape, I told him I think you can make more. So we need to try to make more, and you should be doing everything you can do to make that working with you the best thing it can be. But all in all, when you sub a project, you do it at an agreed upon price. It's just like what the client does to you. But I've lost all my variables. So any of the markup in that project, all my variables are gone. I'm gonna make that markup. I just have to make sure the client's satisfied when it's done. And nobody gets paid until the client's satisfied, so we're gonna make it there. You know, there's a lot of things that you might have to put on top of this, where you have to have sign-off sheets where you're verifying the clients are satisfied with the work and so much more, but it allows you to lock in those profits, and that's huge in your company. With those few things being said, I love subcontracting. I think it allows you to, one, scale your company a little bit faster. I think it allows you to maybe do stuff without as much risk, because now you're not trying to get in over your head and do things you don't know how to do, and or you're passing the liability onto someone else, so it's not your team having to do it. And it just adds so much interesting stuff to your business, with a huge benefit of, if you bring people in that do the things you don't do, smart people that do the things you don't do. We've been talking about that, and just adding to the things you do without hiring as many people. But if you do that, now you can offer more services to a client and bring them more value without pulling your hair out. The first company I started in Illinois, I did every service under the sun, and we still kind of do. And we're kind of unwinding that slowly, because you do everything and you pull your hair out trying to do a good job at it. And if you care about your company, you're gonna do everything to always make sure you do a good job. So these are my thoughts. This is what I think and where I think you can benefit from this. And to answer, I said maybe yes or maybe no. But if you're wanting to grow your company, if you're wanting to lock in the profits, if you're wanting to maybe not have to buy so many assets to go over here and do the pavers, and you're worried about being good at it, and you already do lawn care, maybe you should get with someone and you should sub all that. I think that you should become an awesome salesperson, because inevitably it's not the person who just does a great job that wins. It's the person that's best marketed and knows the most about sales that wins. So check out subcontracting. Leave your questions in the comments below. It's a topic we talk about a ton in GrowCom. It's a topic that we really push people to think about, because they're able to lock in profits and grow their company even more. See you soon.